Now we need to look at errors that can occur while collecting data, and also other things to consider that may not be an error, but things to keep in mind as you're looking at data, and that's what section 1.4 covers. So in terms of errors, there are two classifications of an error in statistics. The first type of error that we'll see is called a sampling error, and this is an error because a sample was used in place of the whole population. So the example I give down below is if I had asked 10 students if they were trying to add the class, and 2 of them said they were, that 10 out of 2 is 20%, and so I might report that 20% of the people in the room are trying to add the class. But by the time I finished taking roll, if I found out that it was really 12% of the people who were trying to add the class, then the 20% that I originally got would be considered a sample error. I didn't do anything wrong, but because it wasn't accurate for the population. And generally a sample never is accurate for the population. And the second type of error in statistics is called a non-sampling error. And this is an error not because a sample was used, but because some type of mistake was made. So I give this example down here where I say that 3% of students still have not registered for school. And that 3% could be wrong for the sample I took. So it's not that I used a sample, and notice, it can still come from a sample, but if 3 is wrong for the group of people that I was looking at, then there's a problem, and it's a non-sampling error. And there's all sorts of reasons. A couple are listed here. Maybe the question was asked in some sort of misleading way, and people didn't know how to answer it. Maybe I just wrote down a wrong number. Maybe I did some sort of calculation error, or everything was right, but when I reported it or I typed my final report, I just gave some sort of invalid number.